back to it not like. Oh yes, there we go. Is it going? Did I get a tweak going? Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. New tweet. We live.
Blanc, blanc, blanc.
All right.
The fucking Jays. That's a sweet cap, man. I didn't notice that cap before. Oh, shit, dog. Sweet Jays.
when I, when I when I started back at the score, and that was the year the Jays made it to beat Texas the first time.
Yes. Yes.
And
the best time.
I was like, if they beat Texas, I'll go buy a hat because it like in our corner, it's like they're all baseball fans. I'm like, I like baseball, but it's not my sport, right? So I'm gonna go buy.
Sure.
I'm gonna go buy a hat. Just
Like, come on.
just because you guys like the Jays, like, man, you need to buy a hat because everyone has to buy a hat when it's playoff day and blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, if they beat Texas, go buy a hat. Well, here we are.
There you go. There you go. Hi, how you doing?
Hey. There's a bat flip
That
heard
is
around the
a
world.
tasty hat.
Yeah. A nice new era one, just so I didn't fit into the crew. Meanwhile, they all have cheap little Blue Jays hats that they probably got for free, motherfuckers.
They got 'em free on the fucking fan appreciation day. Fuck
Yeah.
those guys.
Well, we were looking at like every year we go as a department, we go to watch a afternoon game, and because the Jays have done so well the last couple of years, like tickets have gone on sale, and we have not been able to. There's no afternoon games that we've been able to buy tickets.
Oh.
Completely sold out.
Well, I mean, good for the Jays, bad for everybody else, right? That's
Blue Jays, the new Toronto Maple Leafs.
yikes. Yeah, the Leafs raised the ticket prices.
Yes.
You know, I just,
Did you hear this excuse of why they had to?
Oh, because the salaries are going up, right?
Well, it's to help combat.
What was their
It's
excuse?
it's to help combat scalpers.
Huh?
Yeah. So
Oh,
if they raise the
okay.
price up, scalpers can't buy as many tickets.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, but I,
Can you believe that?
okay. Yeah, that's a good reason. I believe them.
And I was talking to a guy at work, and he was saying that he's like, it's not for us anyways. Like he's like, they're raising the prices because the people are going are businesses, so they're not raising the prices to
Yeah,
prevent scalpers from getting tickets. They're preventing us from. We're not the target market. Going to live games of Maple Leafs is not for us.
yes,
So
I guess, but like when you go to other cities, that we are the fucking target market. Like the average fan is is the market. Like, come on. Like maybe Montreal's another exception of like more businesses are going than fans, but I mean, even Montreal does not fuck around when it comes to hockey, like
well, we're not even the most expensive. I hear the Rangers.
no,
I
yeah,
thought
the
I read the
Rangers are really
Rangers now,
bad. Yeah.
but they're in the same boat as us. It's like
Yes.
they're downtown, easy
Yeah.
access. It's for business. It's for businesses.
It's I mean, I'm assuming it's what's Vegas is going to be, right? Like it's going to be all the casinos that are buying tickets and comping people like, "Hey, you just,
Come see this hockey
win
game.
tickets to the hockey game. Oh, always bet on black. Oh, look at that. You won tickets. Come on."
What was that logo? I wanted to look at that logo now because I forgot what Vegas.
I don't think I've actually seen the logo. I'm not gonna lie
It
to you.
looks. I think it looks like a gladiator helmet.
Oh yes, the Golden Knights, is it?
The Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Las
Yes, and
Vegas.
the V, like it looks like a gladiator, but it's a V in the helmet.
Yes, that does look kind of tight though. I like that.
Yeah,
That's gonna look hella tight on a jersey. Like, come on.
can't be mad at that, eh?
No, no. The is this helmet on the side? No, that doesn't look legit. No, yeah, I think that looks really fucking sweet. I can't even talk shit.
Yeah, but the thing is it are they the knights or the gladiators? Because it's like
Hush, hush.
if we're gonna be technical here,
So we're gonna be technical here.
I
We are
don't think
golden knights
knights.
who dress up like gladiators.
Yeah, that's right.
Pardon me as I stab you with my trident.
But that's what I when I saw the logo, it's like, are they knights or the gladiators? And it's like, but that V in the helmet,
It looks
it just
so tight. I'm buying a jersey. I don't care.
it would be the only time they're cheap or at the beginning.
Yikes. Yeah. Yeah.
We don't know how many people are gonna come, so we'll just sell our gear for really cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. The speaking of hockey, now that we're on the fucking topic,
You went,
my boys, the battalion.
yeah.
Season is over.
No,
Mathematically eliminated.
you went to a game though.
I did. I did. It was awesome. It was awesome. So we went up and yeah, it was good. It was good. And we went to the right game because they won 4-0.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
We went to and then the next game was in Sudbury and they did not win. and then they played again today. They played again today and against the Kingston Knights.
yeah, yeah.
Speaking of Knights, um,
No,
they were not the Golden
the
Knights.
Kingston
No, the Kingston
Frontenacs.
Frontenacs.
Yes.
Yes. I thought Knights because their logo is just the big K because nobody knows what a Frontenac is. um, and yeah, there's it happens.
It
It
burns.
happens. We'll get them next year. Maybe we'll get a good draft pick. I don't know. Third overall. God damn it!
Yeah.
The fucking Steelheads made it.
Yeah.
Where's Guile?
Call him out on that one.
Oh man. So yeah. But at least I got to see a game. That was good. Almost bought a jersey.
Oh shit.
Kind of want one. Kind of want a battalion jersey. I love that logo.
I think
it
it's
looks
time.
awesome.
I think it's time. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta commit.
We need to bite the bullet and be like, I don't care how much this costs. I'll just buy a jersey. It's like ask for forgiveness later.
You took me up to this goddamn place. At least let me show
you brought
my
me all the way here. What did you expect me to do?
what do they cost in Brand in North Bay? They're $80.
$100. They're $80, $100 around there.
Yeah, I think I got my Oshawa
I think I
for
was
80
checking
bucks.
online and they were 100. I want to say they were $100. But maybe I didn't go. I just saw them from afar. I was like, those are nice. But yeah. So one of these days.
Did you just go with your dad, or did the girls go with you?
Yeah. Just oh man, it was good. It was good. It was fun. He's getting old.
Yeah.
So it was good. It was good times. He doesn't really care win or lose. Like he's not really a big sports guy. But it's just kind of like, well, I guess they're. Like, they scored the open. And he's like, well, I guess they're gonna win. I'm like, yeah, yes, nailed it.
it's
You should be doing the color commentary.
it's almost like playing Ghost Recon. You know,
Yeah.
when you go, who you go with sometimes determines
Yep.
how great
Yep.
the game is. They won, but he didn't want to do the wave with me.
It's weird. No, okay, I guess. Said something about arthritis. I don't know.
Well, I guess that'll lead us into what we played this week. Speaking of
Yeah.
Ghost
Yeah.
Recon, we played some Ghost Recon on Tuesday.
Yes. Yes. Some good times with Ghost Recon. I got into a group with three guys who I hadn't played with, but I had they're from NeoGAF, and so they just kind of saw me online and sent me an invite. I was like, all right, I'll just join you guys, whatever. And it was awesome. Like what we were doing was we took turns on, okay, you pick a mission, okay, you pick a mission, and we just kind of did that.
Okay.
Um, and two of the guys had a rule where if they were downed, they'd stay down until somebody got them and picked them up. Like they wouldn't respawn on you. So it totally made the game way more intense because if you ran out and got shot and somebody tried to get you and they got shot, like, and then there was like one guy left and he's kind of like searching around and he doesn't have his mini map on at all. So he's like, "Is there a guy around me? You gotta point them out, man. You gotta." And so it was really cool. So we were playing without the mini maps on, and we got a fourth guy in, and we were doing this one mission where we had to like plant C4 to blow up some stashes of cocaine or something cocaine, and we so one guy was Overwatch, so he was hanging back and just watching guys, like watching our diamonds kind of moving around, and he was like spotting enemies in front of us, and he's like, "Oh, okay, Zorbs, stop, okay." Wait for it. Now there's a guy right around this corner. There's a guy right around. As you go around the corner, you take him down. As we slowly took us maybe like 20 minutes, and we quietly like placed both or all three C4, and then we got into a truck. It was just about to get into a truck, blew the C4, got in the truck, left the scene at like no alarms, no nothing. It was fucking badass.
Oh
Like it
man, that
felt
sounds
so good.
amazing.
It was so good. So yeah, I mean that game it continues to impress me. Like you said, it's like who you're playing with and how they're playing, but it's super fun to just kind of hop in and it's like the next mission was kind of like, okay, let's take out a convoy, and then it was just kind of like, oh, there it is. One guy got into a motorcycle, ran ahead, put C4 on the ground, and then we kind of came up behind in a SUV with one of those turrets on it,
Yeah, yeah.
and we just went in and lit it up, and like the C4 went off, and that was it. We just fucking hit the other vehicle, took out the truck. It was great fun. It was really great fun. That game is so good in multiplayer. Yeah, and like I've gone around in single player and just collected all my goodies, and like, okay, I think I have the right kind of gun combo that I just want to roll with, and
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's like whenever we're on, it's like, okay, let's do this. Um, so yeah, I thought that game is great. That game is super good.
What do you think the chances are we can convince Lotus or Shawshank to play like that? Is it
You could
10,
I bet you could
10%,
convince.
5%?
I bet Shaw would be up for it. I bet Shaw would play it like that. I'm not Lotus loose cannon, but also kind of a good loose cannon. Like sometimes, like, well, Yeah, the fit hit the shin. Let's do this.
Let's go clean up his mess.
Like we gotta clean it up. Let's go. So yeah, that stuff's really fun. I um I played a bunch of Mass Effect
Okay,
before I went up to North Bay. And actually when I got back too, I played a bunch today after the kids kind of let me play after they did their Minecraft session.
they got their fix.
Um, they got their fix in. I was on the way home from North Bay. I was like, "Hey, Dad, can we when we get home, can we play Minecraft?" I'm like, "Yes, yes, you can." And then they end up just playing until they like bicker and complain about like, oh, I want to be this thing and I want to be that. I was like, guys, you're playing co-op and like creative. Just have fun. So, so kids, and then so they left, and I was like, all right, now I get to play some Mass Effect, and I'm really digging that game. I'm only on the first planet you land in, but even there, it feels so much more open than three felt, where it was three wasn't corridors, but it did feel very guided.
Okay,
Like you kind of landed in a spot and you're like, okay, this is this is all you can see of this land, like this kind of tunnel of like activity, and that was it. And with this game, it seems like you could kind of explore around and find stuff, and there's lots of climbing, and the movement is very fast, and um, yeah, no, it felt really good. Felt really good. I was trying to get my guy to do some of the stupid animations that some people had. I couldn't do it. Like there's that one animation of like somebody walking up the stairs and they're kind of like going all wide-legged all the way up the stairs.
yeah,
I couldn't replicate that. I'm not sure how
bugs.
they did that. Like I guess it was just like a bug or a timing thing. Because like your ship gets hit, let's just say. I mean it's only 10 seconds into the game, but whatever, no spoilers. Your ship gets hit and you're kind of jostled a bit. And I think like if you get to the stairs before the ship gets hit, she stays in that jostled position, and that's why when she goes up the stairs, she's all like wide-legged, blah 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 blah. It just looks ridiculous. But I couldn't get any kind of crazy animations. Everything seemed okay. The animation stuff is really funny. Uh, like I love seeing those gifs. Those are funny stuff. And like Mass Effect 2 and 3 had some really stupid things of like the guy's head spinning around to talk to you, and I feel like those big games, like Fallout has ridiculous animations. Like there was this one where the guy's head shrunk and then came out the other way, like inside out, and then it would shrink again. And like every time he spoke to you, like it, those games,
But that just
there's gonna be
that doesn't deter from the game.
no, it doesn't. In fact, I find it more endearing. And like you know, Assassin's Creed got shit on for that. Unity. Remember when Unity had that one screenshot of like a guy's face that wasn't there, and it was just
Yeah,
the
yeah,
eyeballs and the
yeah, yeah.
mouth, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, this fucking monster! Like, what is this?" And I played through Unity from start to finish. I found almost everything in it. I never saw anything like that. It was just kind of like, okay, I don't know. Was it a bug, like a pre-release bug? Like I don't know. I never encountered anything like that. So like sometimes you got to take that stuff with a grain of salt. Like I'm not saying the game doesn't have wonky animations. Like clearly it does, but I haven't seen anything like egregious. Mind you, I've only played about 5 hours, so I'm not gonna say like, oh no, the game is perfect. But from my experience so far, I'm really excited to play more of it on Tuesday.
So what is the thing about this game that like so I again I we know that my history with Mass Effect is like
Yes. Yes, you love Mass
I
Effect. You've
love
played
Mass
all of them,
Effect. I
like
play
hundreds and hundreds of hours.
nonstop. I rode those elevators like they were going out of style.
So,
Uh, but so I didn't know that this one has no Commander Shepard, right?
no, it doesn't. It
So
doesn't. Although when you start the game, you do have there is like under customization, there is a Shepherd option to say whether Commander Shepard was a male or a female,
okay,
which I mean, it didn't say anything else. Like you couldn't import your old game or anything like that. It just said, "Hey, in when you played Mass Effect, did you have a female or a male Shepard?" And that was it. So
so
I
uh,
guess maybe they get referenced and they say he or she. So that's what I'm thinking it is. I don't know that there's anything else.
so is it bad that we're playing Mass Effect without a Shepard, or does that take away?
Uh,
Is it nice to play the
no.
same universe as a different character?
It seems like it starts off like seems to be, if I'm understanding this correctly, Andromeda is the plan B. So so if Shepard couldn't do his thing, these guys were also like at the same time Shepard was doing his thing of like, trying to find trying to save the universe. Um, these ships were packed with people and then sent to different quadrants of the universe, galaxy, universe. Universe is bigger than galaxy, yes.
Sure.
And that's why you don't have a shepherd here, because that kind of like happened, and then it's 600 years pass,
Okay.
and so like they've traveled however far away, and they're trying to find the mission is to find another Earth-like that they can repopulate,
Okay.
essentially. So yeah. So it's, I mean, you're on that mission, and there is maybe this is spoilery, I don't know, but when you're doing your character creator, you can create I created a female character because I like it when my kids watch me play. They're like, "Ooh, who's that? Who's that? She's doing all this cool stuff, Dad. That's awesome." So I like making the female characters because they get to watch and say, "Hey,
Females kick
this
ass.
this female's kicking ass. This is awesome." And so I made that, and then there's an option there to customize what your twin brother looks like. So I'm just like, okay, twin brother, maybe there's a storyline there. Is he gonna be the bad guy? Is he gonna like how's this gonna work out? So you have a twin brother, and then when you start, and again, this isn't really spoiler stuff because it's in the first like 5 minutes. Um, your commander on like the ship that you're on, like the field commander guy, he's your dad. So there's kind of like this. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of weird family thing.
So
I mean, I can only guess. Something bad happens to the dad. The brother wasn't there to save him, and there's a sibling rivalry. One goes one way, one goes the other way. I don't know.
nice.
I'm guessing here. I mean, this stuff writes itself, really. um, but having said all that, I am still I'm still excited to play more of it. It totally, like, even in that short EA access thing, it's got its hooks in me of like, oh, level up and put points into concussion blast, and you know you're getting new equipment, and yeah, it seems like you can modify your weapons and things like that. Like I haven't got to I think you need like a weapons table thing that you can get to and then modify your weapons there because I couldn't find a way to do it in my inventory. So yeah, like it seems like it's going to be a super deep, very long game, and kind of exactly what the other
Yeah, so if you're a fan of Mass
Mass
Effect,
Effects. So yeah,
then
exactly. I
like a
yeah, totally.
I should say a true fan of Mass Effect.
Oh,
Do you know what
oh
I
shit.
mean? Because it kind of seems like people are like, I hear Mass Effect's really good, and then they try to play it, and it's like maybe they haven't played it. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not
Yes.
they weren't huge fans of Mass Effect, so now they're playing it and are finding reasons to shit on it. Whereas
I
people who
don't yeah, I don't know what it is with Mass Effect, but people really want to shit on that series for some odd reason. Like I don't know if it's the fans are so passionate that they just fucking shit all
are
over
are
like
are PlayStation people so upset that this still hasn't come to PlayStation, so they have to shit
it's
on.
there, man. It's multiply. Come on. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, and some of that stuff. I mean, this kind of dipping into news, but that stuff where they're fucking just saying the most vilest thing to this poor woman that had the misfortune of working on this game. It's like, you know, she worked on like the animation, so they're just fucking just the vilest garbage spewing out at this poor person because there's a couple animated gifs of stupid animations, and it's like, oh, you don't know how the fuck you're doing. You got your job because you're a woman. It's like, guys, Jesus Christ, like fuck, how could you be this vile? Like Christ, it's video games, man. They make it sound like it's just like the worst offense. It's like, who cares? It's a fucking video game. Like in 2 months, you're never going to remember what you did in this game, let alone like some silly facial animation. Like, who cares? Like the voice, the faces, the mouths move funny when you talk. Big deal. Like, I, I don't know. I just don't know. And like I mean, I don't see the problem with saying like it was bad. Like the animation looks weird. Like sometimes when people talk, it looks like they got duck faces. Like,
So
okay, but
so
I don't think that the person should be like crucified for that. Like, who cares?
so what you're saying is it's flawed, but you can overlook it to give it a perfect score.
10 out of 10. Here now we're talking. 10 out of 10. Actually, no. You know what? I don't believe in the 10. 5 out of 5.
There we go.
God
Gotta bring it all the way back.
damn it. I'll let Metacritic sort it out.
Well, if I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, then it's gonna not be the most best game on the market. So I'm gonna
Uh,
shut down my
yeah.
website.
I I I I I feel like I'm embarrassed to be like
Yeah.
I hate the term like I almost like I'd never want to be called a gamer. Like never call me that because like if that's what this means, count me out. I don't want to be part of this like this community like Jesus. It's amazing that the same fucking people that make Child's Play a huge success are like in the same community as these people spewing this just disgusting nonsense. It's just like, how can we be the same group? I just don't understand that. Like,
Yeah.
God.
It
Yeah,
almost seems like pure jealousy. Do you know what I mean? It's like
it does. Like, it just,
I can animate, but I didn't get that job, and now this woman's animating, so that they're bitter about it. Like,
yeah, and it's
but
like,
who says that you know what I mean? Like we've worked for companies. I've delivered a product before, and by the time it gets to the final place, it's somewhere some along the line gets fucked up. But because you
yes.
were the
I
original
mean,
creator, it's like they think it's that person. Do you know what I mean? Like
I, I've worked in creative for, like 15 years, and I could tell you there is maybe one or maybe two projects that I've ever worked on in that time that were the same from the start to the end.
Yeah.
Like everything changes. Like it's yeah, like God, for whatever reason too. It's like it could be the client. It could be like, hey, the programmer can't do the thing you wanted to do. Like, okay, well, we have to find a workaround for that. Like this, I mean, and games are so complex. It's like any number of things. Like we were talking before, like, hey, the animation could have been knocked off by timing. Like that's impossible to test, you know? Like you couldn't. Like there's just
Well,
so many different variables there, you know?
I'm
It's
going
like,
to say the same thing about like even compiling the last couple episodes.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I watch the video, it looks fine. I slap it all together, I encode it, I drop it off, I upload it to YouTube. Take a look on YouTube. Fucking audio's drifting. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
watched it. I previewed this. This was fucking working fine. So much
It
fucking
just
playing around. Who knows what
something
happens?
in that something in those like last two steps, like
Yeah,
something messed up, right? And it's
yeah.
like, okay, like fuck, like I don't know. I sometimes I feel like these people have never made anything in their lives
No,
and they're like
seriously.
shitting on people that have like, spent the better part of their life like building shit. Like, come on. I just that is just ugh. Ugh. I don't even know what to say. Just like, come on, people, be good, please, be good. This isn't a hard thing to do. Like you, like ah. I, I've tried to make it a point this year to try not to spew negativity everywhere because it's so easy to just shit on things. So I've been trying to be really good, especially like on Twitter, because on Twitter it's like 140 characters. So easy to just be like blah 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 blah. This is garbage. Blah, 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 blah. And
Hashtag
just kind
garbage.
of just yeah, hashtag garbage, and it, trash mouth, and it's so easy to do that, but it's it's so hard to like it shouldn't be so hard to say like like hey man, I played Dear Esther and it was really amazing. Like it was an incredible experience. And it's easy to say oh, Dear Esther is just a walking simulator. It's trash. It's a whole other thing to kind of like take in that game and be like, okay, what are these guys trying to do here? Okay, and just kind of like allow yourself to go on that and be like, okay, like I can see where they were doing. I could see what like and this and on top of that, it's I get a reaction out of that. That's awesome. Like, why can't we just say that instead of just like we're just gonna shit on things?
Yeah.
So yes, so this year I've been trying to keep it. It's like if something's bad, like just I don't have to talk about it. People know it's bad. Like I don't have to be like the thousandth person to
Yeah,
say
but
this is shit.
you can give constructive criticism, right?
Sure,
Like
sure.
if there's a game that I don't like, or I don't like controls, or I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, uh, if I'll use Super Meat Boy as an example. The controls in that are super fucking tight. Like it's one of the best platforming
Yes.
games I've ever played. But I mean, it didn't get raving reviews because it was so fucking hard. But
Yes. Yeah.
you look at it and you play it and you're like, wow. As a fan of platformers, I'm like, for me, it's like if I ever play a platformer, I want controls that are super Meat Boy tight, like
Yeah. It,
fucking
it kind of
tight.
sets like the standard. You're like, well, okay, the next game that comes out that's a platformer, I am going to compare it to Super Meat Boy's controls
Yeah,
because it was so well done in Super Meat Boy. And that was one of those games that I loved so much, and I couldn't pass a level, and it was like I want to play more of this, and I can't.
yeah,
I just can't get by this. Like I'm like, well, shit. I really love this game, but I'm not good enough to get by it. So I was like, oh well, and that
yeah.
was the
Well,
end of
and
that.
you give up on it, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you could respect it for what it
Oh yeah,
is.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like
absolutely, yeah.
it doesn't necessarily, you don't have to shit on it, or like say it's the worst game, it's too hard, blah blah blah, and just give it a poor review. Well,
Right,
okay,
right,
you're not good at it,
right.
so You have to
Yeah,
really
that's why
have.
I wouldn't play like the Final Fantasy game because it's just like, you know what? I think I've played a few of them and they don't jive with me, so it's like I'm not gonna play it again just so I can play and be like, nope, this isn't like the games I like and just poop on it. It's like, well, I just don't like it, so I'm not gonna play it, not gonna talk about it like
Yeah.
it's just not for me, and that's okay.
No, it's totally like there's different genres for different games for different people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't have to play everything. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
as much
Yeah,
as we'd like to play everything, there's A, I don't have enough time. B, some things are not for me, right?
yeah, yeah. I just wouldn't have a good time doing it, so it's like, oh, not gonna waste hundreds of hours doing that. Like, it's
Yeah.
okay.
I would rather get a decent review from someone, or I'd rather hear what someone thinks about a game from someone who likes that stuff. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes. That's what I ended up doing. I actually ended up reading a bunch on that game, which kind of pushed me to. I was like, you know what? If it was on sale, maybe. Like, if there's like a slow period in the summer, like, okay, I find it for like $30. Like, all right, I'll pick that up, give it a shot. Um, but uh, but yeah, like I'm not gonna buy it for $80, knowing that like I'm probably not gonna enjoy it.
Well, I think we have a super huge advantage be, now that we live in this age of streaming, because it's kind of like for the longest time it was like I don't get streaming. Like why would I want to watch someone play games?
Yep,
And
yep,
since coming to Beam and watching people play games, like I've watched other streamers play Final Fantasy. I watched them and I'm just like, okay, I got what I wanted from this. Do you know what I mean? Like
yes,
it's a huge it's it's almost like free marketing for the developer,
absolutely,
because
yeah,
people are going to watch this, and the people who are sour about that are going to steer away from it, and the people that like it are going to buy it. Do you know what I mean? Like
yes.
it almost targets, it brings those audiences to the right mindset, rather than people being
Yep.
like, I hear Final Fantasy's good. Yeah, but you don't like Final Fantasy. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
just watch five
Exactly.
minutes of it, you're going to be like, okay, I see all the stuff that I don't like. So,
Also, when you're watching it, um, it's so easy to just ask questions that things that are red lights to you, like red flags to you. Like, it's like, is there a lot of like, can you see the enemies? Is there random encounters? Is there, that kind of stuff? And like the streamer can answer those questions. It can even show you those things. It's like,
yeah.
hey, what's the inventory like? Do you have to like juggle shit around? Like what, you know,
Yeah.
those kind of questions, and those kind of like when you can see that stuff without having to like buy the game to find that stuff out, it's super useful, like super useful. uh Even people come in and you'll watch like say like the Marvel stuff and it's like, oh, this is a free to play game, oh shit, there's loot in it, oh this is great, this looks just like it's like, yeah, it's like, they kind of sell you on that. I was watching somebody play that Star Trek game that's free to play. Uh, and it's on consoles and it's been on PC for a while now.
All
And
the RPG,
yeah, the
the
MMO.
MMO. Yeah, yeah.
And so I was like, man, this kind of looks okay, I guess. I'm not a crazy big Star Trek fan, but like this, it's got loot in it. Like I'm just like, my questions were free to play. Yes. Is there a lot of loot in it? Yeah, tons of loot. I'm like, oh, okay. These are things I can. Yeah, yeah, okay. Like different classes.
Does it
Yep.
make me look
Okay.
different? Does it
Like,
like me make me look
I
different
should
from?
probably download this.
I got bandwidth for this.
I was like, I have such unlimited bandwidth. I could do this. So yeah, yeah, I totally agree with you. It's a great way to see it, and even the stuff that they do, like in the Xbox marketplace where they'll show
Yes.
streams, like that's like fucking perfect because you're right there ready to buy. You're like, see it, you like it, just buy right away. It's great. It's really good,
Well,
especially when you get trailers that aren't really showing you what the game is.
yeah, yeah.
It's like, and then you can see somebody play. I'm like, okay, I understand what's going on here now.
what did I play that I feel like I watched. I think I'd watched someone play for 15 minutes. It was that Ubisoft game that was World War II, where the dad.
Valiant, Valiant, Valiant story, Valiant.
I have to look it
That
up.
was World War One.
Was it World
That
War
was
One?
World
The
War
dad
One.
trying to get
Yeah,
the
yeah. The dad, Valiant something, Valiant. No, it's a V, isn't it?
Valiant Hearts.
Yes,
Yes.
I was really close.
Thank you, Google. Nailed it again.
Steel trap up here. Steel trap.
I love Google so much. It's just like, what is the game where the dad is trying to find the son? Enter Valiant Hearts. Perfect.
Perfect. Sold.
I can ask questions of Google like I used to write computer manuals. You got to write it for someone with a grade 3 education.
Oh man.
Want to find game about thing with guy and dad. Valiant Hearts. Perfect.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. I returned uh Dirt Rally.
Oh, no more 1 point achievements?
No, there was just the
No, it's just a four
just the four
pointer.
point achievement
Okay.
that would have evened it out, and the rest were 5 point achievements. So I was like, oh, there's no point for this. So I returned Dirt Rally, and I picked up uh Doom. So
Oh,
I started
oh
Doom.
shit, dog.
Yeah. And so I was
How much of Doom have you played?
uh maybe about half an hour.
Okay.
All I know is
Have
I want to shoot people just enough so that they glow, and then I animate me crushing their
you
skulls and
goddamn
shit.
right you do. You goddamn right you do.
I haven't used a lot of ammo yet. It's just been like bash,
Okay.
crush, bash, crush, bash,
Uh, uh,
crush.
and if you get them, if you attack them from different angles, they do different animations. I'm
Yes.
sure you noticed. Yes.
I was like hopping to bash them so that I could do.
So so what's your history with Doom? Like, did you play the originals? Like, you know,
I
what are
played
your
a shit ton of the original,
Okay.
and even so far as hooking up with buddies over modem to play.
Yep, yep. Okay.
Um,
You and I have both done that then. That's
yeah,
good. That's good. Feels right.
we in high school we used to um, one of the computer labs. The teacher, because we did a lot of programming in
Hmm.
high school, we always told the teacher that we wanted to go into the computer lab and like do programming. So he would let us into one of the classrooms that was supposed to be closed, and then we would just go in, and 8 of us would play Doom on the LAN. And fuck, I love that game. Like
So good.
considering back in those days, you could only play at most one person over modem. Like to
Yes.
play it over
Yeah.
LAN and have 8 people in a game, it was fucking mind blowing. It was mind blowing,
Yeah. The game
mind
was
blasting.
bananas. Mind blasting. That game was bananas.
Yeah, the double barrel
Uh,
shotgun. Yeah, just the
yeah.
the to go from Wolfenstein to Doom and just having the guy bop up and down as he's walking. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like it was
Yes.
just
And
like,
then the fucking music was kicking.
yeah.
So good. So good.
So I was super stoked. I think it was Doom 3, and the flashlight and the fuck, it was super dark, and you had to use a flashlight, and I
Ah.
was just like, I was like, yeah, yeah, not for me. So I
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
abandoned it shortly into that game.
Yes. I mean, I know it was the design decision stupid that, we're in the future. None of our fucking things have lights on it. Like none my suit doesn't have my helmet doesn't have lights. You can't attach a light to a gun. Like what are we talking about? This is just it was bad that we had to get a mod that, the duct tape mod to put lights on a gun. Um yeah, I still feel like Doom 3 was more a tech demo than it was a proper game. It was okay, but I think it was more about like, hey, look what we can do with lights now, and look at look what we can do with textures and things like that. And they were using that to sell the engine,
Yep.
to people like Call of Duty and or to Infinity Ward and stuff like that, which still kind of uses some of that tech. Um,
It totally seems like everything ID has ever released in the last, Rage seemed like a tech demo.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it
those mega textures, right?
yeah. So it yeah. But what's the story behind Bethesda having Doom? Like,
Okay, so Bethesda bought id, um, and then when they bought them, that kind of ended their their engine licensing. So now, like all the new, like the new engine like that Doom is using, only Bethesda properties will use that engine.
okay.
So like id Tech 5, I think is what they're using now.
Okay.
And yeah, so they're I don't think they're not licensing that stuff out. That's kind of like the an in-house. That's the in-house engine. That's just like how
Frostbite
EA,
on, yeah.
yeah, uses Frostbite. Yeah, yeah. That's kind of like just make it work for everything. Don't worry. It looks awesome. It does all this stuff. We can do. And so yeah, that's and so Bethesda has that. Uh, I really loved Doom. It had everything going against it, like a really long development cycle. It had been canceled and restarted a few times. Um, but man, that nailed it so good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm half an hour into it, and it's just like, I watched you play it. I talked to Don Fades about it. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, we there's
That first bit when he gets to the elevator and he cocks the shotgun, it's just like,
yeah,
I'm in.
yeah,
You
yeah,
got me. I'm in.
yeah.
Like whatever you do after this, I'm totally cool with it. Like let's do this.
They like, I'll tell you, when it first started, and I first, like, I woke up on this bed, and like had to crush. I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. I was just like, I hate this shit. Like, but then when he, like, found the armor and he put it on, I'm like, okay, okay. It only took him. I was really skeptical. I'm like, I know this is supposed to be really good, but I'm fucking already despising this. And then,
Oh yeah, man, just yeah, keep at it. It's great fun and it's super fast and
yes, it is really
you
fast.
you don't play it like you would play like any other shooter where you're just like I'll find cover and shoot it from cover. Like no, dude, you're gonna go right into it. Like just running right into it, shooting shit, skirting around them, shooting more stuff, ripping people's heads off. Like you really like, yeah, it's all about the action. You don't go into a fight, trying to find a hidey hole. Like you go in fucking like this is the route I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna be killing things every step of the way. Like it's great. It's great fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, that game is so good.
we
I'm glad you got that. That's a good one. That's a
yeah,
good one.
it was kind of just sitting there and staring at me, and I was like going through the games and just like, hey man, I should take Doom. I almost, I was just like, maybe I won't take Doom. And then Megan was like bugging me. She's like, can we get a Lego movie video game? I'm like, I don't know. I think I can only take one game out at a time. Like over at the librarian. I'm like, how many games can I take out? They're like 3. I'm like, all right, Doom and Lego, Lego it is. So that was the other thing, we played Lego video game, the
I gotta go to
movie.
my library and see if they have games. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, my library has tons of shit, and they have a 3D printer.
What?
Yes,
That you can use?
yes.
Oh my God. So like
So
how does that work? Do you pay for the material or
they put a price tag on amount of time it takes to print. So it's 50 cents for every 20 minutes.
okay.
So a dollar
I,
50 an hour.
okay, so like but what does a thing take to print? Like I have never 3D printed anything. Are we talking hours
Well,
to print
I
something?
think he said depends on what the detail is. Like
Okay.
he showed me a house that was maybe uh, you know, it was this big. It was like a small cube, uh, 3 centimeters by 4 centimeters or something. It just
Uh-huh.
it had a lot of detail. He's like, it took 2 hours,
Okay.
but it was like it had really deep details. And then
Okay. Okay.
he showed me like a little Pokemon that was like just about the same height, very less details. It looked like a little bit more details than a blob. He's like, this
Okay.
took 40 minutes.
Oh wow.
So he's like it really depends on the details. So um,
So wait.
I
So I.
I have
Wow. So.
a Raspberry Pi camera
Uh-huh.
that's kind of like sitting out loosely. So I want to I found like there's a website Things Universe or something like that,
Sure.
and he's like, yeah, just pick out what you want and then we'll print them off for you. So there's fucking thousands and thousands of models on here. I'm just like, I'm gonna go print this and see how long it takes.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
that, and then I was like, what else would I need? And there's an iPod dock and there's all sorts of other
Yeah.
fucking stuff.
Sure.
I'm
Why
just like,
not?
holy shit, like this, there's tons of shit here. There's a Raspberry Pi case that's the shape of the Nintendo Mini. Like,
Boom. Get her done.
you know what I mean?
I'd
Like,
buy that. I'd buy that for $1.
yeah, $1. Too well, probably. It looks like that'll probably take a couple hours. So,
That is kind of amazing. Man, I gotta check my fucking library, see if we have these fucking 3D printers there.
and it even gets better. There's
Okay.
4 Pokestops at my library.
I hate you so much. I'm so fucking mad right now.
I had you on the edge. You're like,
What? What?
you can't get better than 3D printer.
Ah. Yeah, you take what you can. You take what you can. I mean, so I'll take all the Pokestops, I guess. Who am I to judge?
Oh, good times. So
So I take it if you get in the Lego movie, did you guys finish, did you 100% the Star Wars Lego game?
no, um, we're the same place that we were with Lego Jurassic Park. Hey, we have to go through all the levels and find the
Yeah,
10
yeah.
bits, and it's like there's a bunch of them where it's like, you're sliding down a ramp and it's just sliding and it's moving so fast and you got to be like, oh, there it is on the left, and you miss it,
Oh, those are the worst.
and
It's
then
like,
you're
I'll
like,
just redo the
restart the
level. Don't
level
worry
and
about
you
it.
miss it again, and it's like, and Megan is like, she's playing and she's trying to do the same thing I'm doing, so but it's obscuring my vision and it's distracting, so there's like it's hard to do it, but at the same time it's like frustrating where it's like, I don't care.
We shouldn't do this together. Like it's almost one of those like one of us should just try to do it,
Yeah,
not both of us, because
yeah,
it's never gonna work right. So
which is
yeah,
in Lego Jurassic Park, it was just like, okay, I just need to do that to finish it. However,
right.
in Lego Star Wars Force Awakens, it seems to unlock a final level.
Oh shit.
So if you get
Oh
like
shit.
240 gold bricks, it unlocks the last level that gets you like uh, something else. So it's just like, oh, I kind of want to go through it so I can unlock that last level. But at the same time, some of the extra levels in Lego Force Awakens were kind of shit. But then
Right.
there was one level in Lego Star Wars, the extra level where, in Force Awakens where you meet Han Solo and Chewbacca and they have those creatures in the cages. I don't
Yes.
remember the name of them.
Yes.
Where's
The
Guy Over There?
tentacle thingy.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
tentacle thingies. So
Yeah.
there's a level in Lego Force Awakens where you're Han Solo and Chewbacca going to capture those things,
Oh, that's cool. That's
and
super
that level
cool.
was super cool. And I think I took a screenshot of it. There's a section, there's an area where there's like a stormtrooper and a rebel alliance guy, and they're like both dead. but they look like they're having coffee together, like as if it was Romeo and Juliet, and you just see their little skeletons, like, and it's just like, oh fuck, that's amazing.
Oh, so good.
So they jam packed that game with some really good shit. So
I love seeing that silly stuff like that. Like one of the Star Wars Lego games had like you got into like a back room and it was like a sauna with all these like stormtroopers
yes,
that were
yes,
just the just in the trunks on
yeah,
in the hot tub.
yeah.
Helmet's still on, of course, but
And then when you beat that level, it unlocks the skin. Or like Hawaiian
that's right.
Stormtrooper. You're like, ah, yes, I'm playing Hawaiian Stormtrooper.
Oh, so good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
it's weird to go back, like to play. So Lego video game, the movie is like what that the movie came out 4 years ago. The game must have came out
yes.
4 years ago. It's weird to play the current ones and then go back and play that one.
Oh
And
yes, because they've made so many changes,
yeah,
right? Like
so it's like the movement. Well, they also tried to mimic the movie, so it's like the movement of the Lego guys is kind of blocky, like they walk like
yes,
the,
yeah, yeah,
and
and it's they have like if I remember correctly, it's like sections too. Like you can't do certain missions from every section, right? Like you have to, oh, you got to go into the Old West and then do these missions,
yes,
and the Cloud City has other missions that you can, but you can't do the cowboy missions from Cloud City. You have to know. It's like fuck,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Doing the collection on those ones was real pain in the ass because I was missing one guy and I was like, well, what section do I have to go to do this one mission? And like, oh fuck. Still, it was still fun, but you're right. Like things have changed so much since that game came out. And yeah, the way they section off levels and things like that. Yeah.
yeah. So it's an interesting dilemma. So that one, I'm sure, like we'll play a bit more of that, and I'll go back to the library. I don't think we're gonna play that one. I don't think I have the patience for that one. And having to listen to everything is awesome. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
yes, yeah,
Like
yeah.
they
And it's
really,
not even like the same song. It's kind of it's isn't it like an off-brand? It's like a mix of it. It's not really the
yeah,
song. You're like,
yeah,
it's close, but
they really beat you over the head with it. All right.
so is that all you playing this week?
I played some more River City Ransom
Yep.
Underground.
Okay. Yep.
Still loving it. And then at the same time, it was kind of slow at work, so I brought my Nintendo Classic to work, and I finished
Nice.
the original River City Ransom during work hours. But that was for testing purposes, because there's
Testing. I mean, you got
someone
to
at
know that
work
the
was
my
trying.
cables are working,
Yeah,
and yeah, I mean, it's
gotta
like testing things need to
monitor
get
with
tested.
HDMI,
Come
just like
on.
to make sure it was like it worked.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely. I mean, you don't want to give that monitor to somebody that needs to do work and then realize, oh, this is a dead monitor. I
yeah,
should have I had the tech to test this when I
yeah,
didn't.
dead pixels and stuff. Like you got to make sure that
Oh,
everything's flawless.
worst,
Can't.
worst.
So,
Yeah, yeah. Well, we paid good money for these things, so
so we tested it. We tested it really flawlessly. So, yeah, that
Did you
was.
also stream it while you were at work?
Did not do any
Oh,
streaming, but
okay, okay. That's going too far. You, sir, are an animal if you did that.
well, we did that. What was the one day I worked from home, and the day that Ghost Recon was released, and we played. It's like I should
Oh
stream this.
yeah.
I'm like, streaming this while I'm working from home, this might be
This
might be
might have
wrong.
crossed. This could cross a line, maybe. I don't know
It's
if
like
this is a great idea.
I'm sick from school. Maybe I should stream. No.
No, no. You know what? That's all right.
Uh, So did I guess let's move to that the news stuff that we have. We talked briefly about um,
Yeah, the Mass Effect stuff.
yeah. Where did I put it?
I mean, we pretty much covered it there. I just think, try to be nice to people. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
uh, and yeah, I mean, silly animations are silly animations. Every game's got something weird in it. Um, so yeah, it's like at the end of the day, I don't think it's gonna kill the game, and I think that harassing somebody over animations, and let's be honest, it's not over the animations. It's because it was a woman, and that's just gross.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that. Like, what the fuck? What's the matter with you people?
There's
Uh,
I don't know what it is with the internet and the need to want to um, bash women or harass women, or you know what I mean. Like I want to say last week I read an article about some guy that was, you know, having a Tinder conversation with this woman and she didn't respond to his thing, so he just started calling her fucking horrible names and telling her she
yeah,
was ugly. And I'm just like, how is this okay? Like,
it's
you know,
it is not. uh, yeah,
it's really disgusting.
yeah, it's poor form, and there's no excuse for it. It's just like you would fucking hate yourself if somebody did that to you. Like that's, it's like this is kind of basic common sense. It's like why would you treat anybody like that? It's just so brutal. Like
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It upsets me. It upsets me.
Well,
Um,
let's move on to something that maybe interests you
yes.
more.
Yeah.
Um, I know you've been listening to the Adventure Zone.
Love the Adventure Zone. Love it.
Yeah. It, for those that don't know, it's a podcast that's that's a bunch of brothers that play Dungeons and Dragons, and it's just their adventures. So it's
Yeah.
kind of an interesting sort of
Three brothers
podcast.
and a dad.
Yes, and they play just over, you know, Skype or something like that. So it's just like the audio adventures. But for years and years, there's been different companies that have been trying to bring the tabletop game or the tabletop experience
Yeah.
to online gaming, and you know, there's been some really good success. There's actually a group called Roll 20 or something, where they you can do it in a via Google Hangout. Um, but I guess the biggest news is that Dungeon, well, Wizards of the Coast is finally getting on top of it, and they're releasing their uh, own online version. What are they calling it? The official companion app, and it looks like it's going to be same idea where you know they can the rule base will already be there, but it's going to be a subscription service in the end where it's like every player will have to pay a subscription fee, and you'll be able to generate characters, and all that stuff will be pre-generated for you, or vice versa. All that information will be in there for you. Floxy Floof with the sweet host.
Sweet, sweet host.
I love that name, Foxy Floof.
Foxy Floof.
It's going good, Foxy. You? We're just talking about Dungeons and Dragons online.
We're
Have you?
we're yeah, we're geeking out over Dungeons and Dragons. So, uh, is it just for the character creation stuff? That
It's not just for character creation. It's imagine being able to share assets. You know, like vice versa, where I'll be able to put, you know, I'm describing to you that this room is, you know, 50 by 40. I'll be able to draw it on a map, and
Oh,
you'll
cool.
see it on
And
the
then I'll
grid.
see it on my screen. Okay, that's
Yeah,
super
and
cool.
then you could put tokens, and you can actually like visually put stuff on it. So I think the companion app is supposed to come with adventures. So
Oh,
like
very cool. Okay.
pre-generated adventures. So it's supposed to make it easier for people who don't, like, I could be a dungeon master and not have to come up with an original idea. I can like sort of take take these adventures and and then guide you through them. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I mean, and it's kind of big news in terms of uh, I'd be interested to see how they're going to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like if I'm already paying a subscription fee, I don't have to go out and buy the books. You know what I mean? Which
Right.
are 40
The
fifty
books are
dollars.
crazy expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a book. You know what I mean? And it's like they
Yeah.
break them up. Here's your player's handbook. Here's your dungeon master. Here's your monster manual. Here's you know what I mean. There's a couple books you kind of need, and then there's a couple books you kind of don't need. But it's at the same time, a dungeon master probably has to have, you know, 4 or 5 books minimum. And now I
Yeah.
might not have to pay that because I'll have an online subscription service with all that stuff built into it. So
Do we know how much it is? Like, is
well,
it
I think
really expensive, or
I
is
think
it
it's free during the early, like I think you have to apply for the beta right now. So, but I think it's I'm interested to know. I don't think they've suggested. Let's see what the article says. I don't remember seeing it a price. Oh, the other thing that they're making it mobile. That'll be interesting. Like there'll be mobile
Yeah.
apps and stuff like that. And it's being partnered by Curse. Why do I know?
Curse?
Curse is the wasn't
Curse.
it like Curse another kind of like Steam, but
Why do I have an image of like a fire when I see curse.
I feel
Like
like
their
it's
logo
social
is
media.
like a flame. Am I going crazy? Am I going crazy? So now I gotta look it up. Yes, totally is a flame.
But it was like what social media for gamers, wasn't it?
Yes.
You know, actually, okay. Damn it, 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Floof,
Damn.
living large.
It's not messing around.
All right, Fluxifloos. Thanks so much for dropping by.
And get some sleep.
Yeah, I wanted to say this is an odd turn, but um, have you ever heard of player.me? Player.me.
I think I have, yeah.
So I've heard it described as social media for gamers.
Okay. That sounds scary.
Now that that premise to me sounds kind of wrong. And I don't know how to say it in a more like do gamers need to be targeted to have their own social media? Like it's
I'm gonna say no.
because it seems like when you siphon that stuff off into small subsections of small target markets, you're sort of setting yourself up for failure, right?
Well, I mean, I find that that sort of stuff it becomes so niche that it's just a echo chamber of like of information and voices, and it's like that's not really what I want.
Yeah.
Besides, I don't want to follow so many like you know what, Twitter's fine for me.
Well,
Like,
that's isn't that what like I said that to someone before. It's just like, isn't that what?
like what is the benefit of being a gamer or social media? Like what is that?
Well, that's exactly it.
Pardon my like is my old age showing? Like get off my lawn, kids. What I have no idea.
Well, and we've seen these websites before where it's like you sign up for it, it tracks you, and it gives them their interpretations of achievements. Do you know what I mean? Where
Okay.
it's like,
Yes.
hey,
Yes.
You played 3 racing games. Here's an achievement for that. I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't really mean much to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. That's I mean I'm part of like the like I use true achievements to get, help on some achievements and things like that, right? Like, occasionally you need a guide to find every hidden thing. And they have like stuff that'll like automatically post to your Twitter account like, "Hey, Zorbsy got 10,000 achievements this month and he played 15 games or something like that." I'm like, I just turned that stuff off. Nobody cares
yeah,
that
yeah,
I
yeah,
played these games, and nobody cares that I got, and then they have their own point system. So like, you know, you get an achievement in Elite Dangerous and it's 10 points, but because it's so rare or whatever, on their system, it's like 160 points or something like that. It's like these numbers all mean nothing, like who cares? It's like and nobody that's following me is like, oh shit, Zorbs is getting down. Yeah, man. Thanks for posting that. I'm like, no. Like, no one gives a fuck. And yeah, yeah. So like I don't maybe I'm just old. Maybe the young kids are like, this is the fucking shit.
yeah.
But I'm not. I don't see it. I don't see it as a useful thing at all. I because I think you had the player.me stuff on your Beam, and I was like, well, fuck, I should probably get this. And I looked at it, I was like, no, I don't really need this. I was like, I don't need my name and my, email address on anything else that, it's like, no.
Well, yeah, that's kind of.
And it's like, hey, link all these other accounts to us. Like, no, I don't want to link anything to you. Like, who the fuck are you?
Well,
Uh,
that's kind of it. Like, I I signed up to it because it just seemed like that's what everyone was kind of doing, and then it was just like, uh,
I,
the
I, I
more I
guess
used it, and like I guess they made some announcements on how the platform is developing and stuff like that. But I'm just like, I still,
I guess I would have to ask or see like what is the benefit of being on that service, and like what is the interaction on it? Like are you getting a lot of like your friends on Beam? Are they posting a lot of stuff there and you're like, "Oh shit, okay, it's cool that now I know that, Murph is doing stuff or the TTG is saying such and such on there." Like, but I don't know, and it is because if it's all just automated texts, like I don't fucking need that. You know what I mean? Like, to me that's empty. That's I don't need any of that. uh like, if it's something that the person is actually saying, then it's like, okay, this is good, this is worth it. But otherwise, like, I don't need to know that some automated server is saying, Gwildor has reached level 16 in player.me points. It's like, who cares?
yeah. And I thought of it as something that was gonna amalgamate all my gamer tags into one. Do you know what
Okay,
I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's like at the same time, I can just post that at the bottom of my Beam channel. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's kind of like,
yeah. Like, I don't need a third party thing to do that. Like, I can just, I mean, when I stream, I have this like the animated little banner that says, my different usernames on the different platforms. It's like, okay, that's good enough. I don't, you know.
yeah,
And I find a lot of people that just they have that sticky post on Twitter when you go to their profile, and it has links to all their stuff. Like, this is my Instagram, this is my this is my that, this is this, and it's kind of like, okay, and it's just stuck. It's their first post every time.
oh, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah, and so it's kind of like, okay.
Hmm.
And again, like, I use Twitter more to find and follow people, what they're doing, more than I would use that player stuff.
Well, and is it like I think that's a constant discussion too. Is it social media is supposed to be uh, like I use social media to talk about everything. like
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it's about me,
Yes.
right? So I talk about running, I talk about video games, I talk about, you know what I mean. But it's kind of like some people have said, yeah, but if you don't talk about strictly running, then you're not worth following. Or
Well,
yeah, if you don't
then
talk about,
that's fine.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
uh,
The bulk of the stuff I talk about is games, and that's like that's why I like Twitter because that's what I use it um, as a place to just chit chat about games and gaming stuff. But I also like, hey, we went running today. Hey, we went and saw this. A lot of stuff that's not game related. And then it's like if I want to, post up pictures of my kids I put on Facebook, I'm that guy. I'm sorry. um, and like whatever, because your aunts and your uncles and stuff that want to see your kids, like that's where they see it. Like, but they don't want to hear anything about video games. So I never post anything on Facebook about like, hey man, your Mass Effect looking fucking sweet. No, nobody cares.
oh, good times.
Yeah. That's how I separate the two, where it's like um, the one side is just kind of like family thingies, and then yeah, I use Twitter to talk about everything else, and like game stuff, like when we're streaming things, when we're going shopping and finding something ridiculous, when we're that kind of stuff.
Those sweet
Uh,
Amazon deals, you got to post more of that
Sweet.
stuff.
I was at a Mastermind Games store up in Nord Bay. They had a ton of pops there.
Not at
And I was
Mastermind.
like
Not at
I was like
Mastermind.
and I was like, "Fuck, I should totally I don't know any of these. I don't know what he's looking for." And I was like, "Should I just take a bunch of pictures and send it to him?" I was like, ah.
Not at Mastermind.
They had like Jon Snow and some other guys there, and they had a bunch of like Fallout ones, and they had a bunch of them. Like they had a fucking wall full of pops, and I was like, I'm sure there's some of them in here that he wants, but I don't really know which ones you're looking for. So I was like, I'll mention it to him.
Right now, the ones that I really want, and they're available online, but I've grown weary of buying stuff online now because I've just
Uh-oh.
like I've spent so much money on pop figures that it's kind of like now it's like I'm not buying them unless I see them because it's kind of like
Right. Yeah, yeah.
I ordered the last one I ordered online was I bought Shaun of the Dead, but bloody Shaun of the Dead. Like he's got
Okay.
blood all over him and he's spattered. Like, and then there's just regular Shaun of the Dead. And I was just like, yeah, that's kind of you're not gonna. But it took so long for them to show up, and then I went through
Was
another.
there was there a letdown at all? Like when you opened it, I was
No,
like,
no,
oh,
that
that's
one was
it.
really good, but there was another
Okay.
one where I was trying to pre-order. I was trying to pre-order Lemmy from uh,
Oh
from
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and what was the other one? There's two of them. I was trying to order them, and they're like, okay, this one's supposed to come in September. This one's supposed to come in October. September rolls around. It's like I saw him in the store. Oh, Marcus Phoenix with the chainsaw. So I saw him in
Okay,
the
yeah.
store, and uh, and my pre-order is just like, oh, delayed. And I'm like, well, I
Oh,
contact support. I'm like, okay, I'll just go buy it in the store if you guys. No, the shipment's coming in. Blah blah blah. This that and the other thing. October, November, December. Finally, December.
oh
After
fuck.
contacting support half a dozen times, and they're like, "Oh no! You're just gonna have to keep waiting. You're just gonna have to keep waiting." I'm like, "No,
What?
I
You
wouldn't
couldn't
have
cancel
pre-ordered
it?
it. I wouldn't have pre-ordered it, yeah, knowing that it was gonna
I
come
was gonna
take this
wait
long."
three
Yeah.
months for it. Like fuck
Oh, well,
off.
supplier delay. Supply. I was like, "Fuck this!" Finally canceled
Well,
it.
the store down my street doesn't have any fucking supplier delays. Like the fuck.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. So I finally canceled it, and it's like if I find them in the store, I will get them. And then like Jen was like, Lemmy's at Best Buy. I was like, what? And like so fucking ordered it from Best Buy, and I got it like 2 days later. I'm just like, I almost missed the boat on that one because of waiting for this fucking distributor. So I
Yeah.
was just like, you know what? I'm just from at this point I was so salty. I'm just like, uh, uh, I'm just not gonna buy them unless I see them. So like right now, the ones I want, I can buy them online. Is the Silicon Valley ones because they
Oh,
have a
okay.
Dinesh, they
All
have a
right.
Guilfoyle, they have, and I'm like, I really want those. So unless I see, if you see them in the store, let me know. But otherwise,
Okay. Silicon Valley. I'll keep. Yeah.
have you watched that show yet?
I have not watched that show.
Okay,
Is that on Netflix?
no. There are other ways to watch it, but
There are other ways. I want to watch it. I actually saw a couple more episodes of the Grand Tour, and I liked what I saw. I saw the first two episodes, and the second episode was a bit of a downer. Like I was like, I didn't bother watching any other ones, but up at the in-laws' house, I started watching more, and I was like, okay, this is good stuff again. This is fun. This is fun. I kind of want to watch the new season of Top Gear. I think the I think that now that Chris Evans left, I think that the three remaining guys might have some good chemistry. They seem like a happy bunch as opposed to when Chris Evans was there. It just seemed like who's this fucking douchebag? Like, yeah, I kind of want to see the new Top Gear.
I'm definitely
I
gonna
know
give
that's
it.
totally.
I'm gonna give it a
I'm
shot for
totally.
sure.
Why not? It's more car shows is not a bad thing.
Well, I think honestly, Matt LeBlanc surprised the fuck out of me. How endearing he kind of was. Like at one point you think he's kind of a douchebag, or I thought he was gonna be a douchebag, and then as Chris Evans took the crown and fucking
Oh yeah, he ran with it.
yeah,
Like it's like, oh
so,
God, who is this
but then I was just
guy?
like, I
Like,
really like this. I like Matt LeBlanc as a presenter. I was just like,
yes,
he makes me love cars. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes. It's funny how, going into that season, I thought he was going to be the weak link
yeah,
because I was like, oh, this guy, it's like, and you know, let's be honest, he's the American on this British show, right? Like, so it's like, okay, this is going to be awkward. Like, this isn't going to work. And it's like after the season was over, it's like he was the best part. Like, he was awesome. Like, so yeah, to see him and with the other guys, I think it's going to be great.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. That
looking forward to it.
that first episode in that the recent season when he's fucking sitting in that car, the and he's like it broke down and
Oh yeah, and he's
he's
on the
back on the
back of the
trailer and he's
lorry.
got all the fucking it's so cold outside. He's got the mitts on. It just looks ridiculous. I'm just like, he let himself do that. Do you know what I mean? Like he let himself.
That's all right.
Do you know what I
Look
mean?
at yeah.
Yeah, he scooped that low. So yeah, I'm totally looking forward to that one. But Silicon Valley, I'm telling you, like
Okay. It's a HBO show, right?
it is.
Okay. Okay.
But ah, I don't want to ruin it for you. Like you watch it and it seems kind of technical, but at the same time,
I can
it's
handle technical. I can handle
yeah,
technical.
I'm just saying that a lot of people get turned off by that, and they're like, oh, is it like one of these geek shows? I'm like, yes, but so is Big Bang Theory, and like I don't know
Oh,
anything
it's not. Come on
about.
now.
And I know that's not going to sell you on it, but I'm just saying. Like,
That actually is not a selling point. Let's see, Toronto Blue Jays hat.
I see a Toronto.
This is
Also,
a Cubbies hat. There it is. Here. Here. Here.
yeah,
I'm working on the lens flares. It's my J.J. Abrams lens. Yes, he totally put J.J. Abrams would be proud. Excellent.
Zorbs has sort of always been a Cubbies fan, but he's always been very modest about it. So like even when they were playing the World Series this year. He's just like no comments. Didn't
No
really say
comments, very
anything.
quiet.
Didn't.
I didn't. Keep it quiet. Keep it quiet.
It's one of those superstitious ones where it's just like, yeah, oh.
Yes, just screaming of joy. Yes, absolutely. I'm like, oh my god, this is happening.
Finally.
And I was like, nah, I don't really watch baseball.
the the year was 2016. It needs a movie voice.
In a world.
How are they doing this year, or how are they looking this year coming up? Like the
I don't pay much
preseason,
attention
the
to
preseason.
preseason stuff. You know, like teams are losing, teams are winning like 12-1, or losing 13-7. You're like, this isn't real baseball. I'm not paying attention to this.
Yeah, they play all the scrubs.
Uh, but it's kind of awesome that, like, dude, it's spring training, man.
Yeah.
Like baseball is almost here. Like, this is crazy. This is
Definitely on Sundays. Definitely on Sundays. On Zorb streams in the morning.
yeah, morning Eastern time.
And then I'm in the evenings on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and usually me and Zorbs will play. We multi-stream, so we'll play something co-op and do a lot of silliness.
Yeah, the multi streams are always fun.
I do not do morning weekday streams as a result. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, the working thing. Yeah, that'll happen.
Uh, but yeah, we Sundays we do the web show. It's a huge hit. Millions of viewers
Yeah,
around the world.
like gazillions. I don't. I mean,
They come for the beards and they stay for the baseball chat.
the Game Grumps are jelly. Oh shit. He's bringing a feud over here. That's what's happening. He's bringing in a feud. That's some heat.
I love Game Grumps. Aaron.
Oh shit.
Oh man. Snap. Who's Aaron?
I don't know.
Eco
Oh,
Raptor.
Eagle Raptor. Oh, I know him. Yeah, sure.
Look, these jerks. Their damn web show.
Damn. We're just two idiots, though, so it's all right.
We did really have a deep conversation about women in video games.
We did. Yeah. I mean, there was some thought put into this, so yeah.
You should check the file share after
Yeah.
we put women harassment. We mentioned it just so that we can get all the women viewers.
No, it didn't work.
And it's paying
But
back in spades.
it's still we stand behind what we said. Beside
yeah.
it?
Wait,
I stand beside it.
favorite
Master Chief, absolutely.
Oh,
Hella hot.
Hella. He's the one in that tight blue suit, right?
He is in the super tight blue suit. The tightest.
Hottest video game girl, Wario.
100%. Fucking guaranteed, 100%. Is that angular mustache? Get the fuck out.
Oh, this. You know what? This is actually triggering.
Okay, let me hear it.
A huge, awesome discussion.
Okay.
We were playing Ghost Recon, right?
Okay.
Of course, Jen loves to customize her character. So she picks a female character. And she's building it, and she's like, why can't I put a beard on this? It's like, women can have beards too.
Yes.
So she's like, this is the worst. I can't You
Oh
guys can have
shit!
you guys can have beards, but I can't have beards. So fast forward to like this past week, and I was watching Magnetron stream, and he's like making a female character for Mass Effect. I'm like, put a beard on it, and it's like, there's no beards, and I'm like, oh my god, we got to riot.
Yeah,
We gotta get beards on women in video games. Like, what the hell
yeah,
is happening?
in the defense of Mass Effect though, the beards are really shitty because it's just a texture.
Mies
It's
will
just
allow you to. Yes,
yes,
Nintendo is the future. They're so
the
progressive.
future. Progressive as fuck. Uh, so you can't put a beard on a woman in Mass Effect, but you can put eyeshadow and lipstick on a male character in Mass Effect.
Okay.
Those are options that. So I mean,
But can you
we're
put
getting
boobs?
there.
Can you
We're,
put boobs on a
uh,
guy?
uh, no, no, I
See?
don't think so.
So what are these creators doing?
I don't
They
know.
really
They're dropping the ball. They're dropping the ball. And the beard tech has got to get better.
yes.
Cause yeah, a texture over the guy's face. I was like, the fucking beard is just flat as shit. Like it looks really bad.
Could you imagine if they would have allowed you to put a beard? Not that you could customize the character in Zero Dawn Horizon, but the hair tech in that game is fucking amazing. Could you imagine if you could have just put a beard on her? It would have been
On
the main character.
yes, it'd be I'd be all over it. They're making car commercials.
Nintendo's making car commercials? Bioware are usually the first company to try and be progressive as progressive can be. So progressive that they're making.
It's,
Good. I missed that. I've got to read it from the
I'm
start.
here all week. Try
Ah,
the
nailed it.
VO.
But isn't Progressive a car insurance company?
Yeah, progressive is a. Come on now, come on.
Ah,
I don't watch TV. I
well,
just play video
I
games
just played video
in my
games.
basement.
My source of television is comes
Hey,
with no
future, what
commercial.
do you think? What do you think of your Switch? Is it?
So, tell us 1-2 switch, your favorite game?
That's a good question.
It's an Epicurean masterpiece.
Nailed it.
where where was Future like 3 podcasts ago?
Damn it, so good.
That's amazing. All those about those that Clipper game, like the
Snipper clips.
snipper clips. Just like the more I watch it, the more I'm just like, oh man, that it. The two players trying to figure out the puzzles together
Yes.
looks like so frustrating, but at the same time, it would be like, oh god.
Yeah, snipper clips looks like it'd be really fun. It also looks like it would be like super frustrating, like hate your friend frustrating, which isn't a bad thing.
No,
um, but yeah, it does look.
I mean, I
It
did
looks
play
good.
Portal 2 with Lotus, and I never want to play a co-op game with him again. But
Oh
I
my
still
God,
like the
yeah,
guy.
that's the worst decision you could have done. Drunk Lotus playing Portal is the worst idea.
I was at a Nintendo event where they asked me to demo it. All we were told by Nintendo was, okay, so listen, we'll tell you nothing about this game. Solve the first 5 puzzles, go. So I sat down beside this nice guy with a singular Joy-Con, and we were given on-screen instructions. Tell me you punched him in the dick.
He went straight for it.
Fucking figure this out, fucktard. Whooper.
Figure this out. I better.
We were high-fiving afterwards more than LP and Killer Mike. Oh, shit.
God damn.
Is a friend-making machine.
Nice. That's what I like to hear.
So it's not like Splinter Cell. What was it? When you played the Splinter Cell when you went in
Oh man, when I beta tested Blacklist rather, this fucking dude was like, he's, this guy. I mean, he didn't say it out loud, but he might as well have just said like, "Let's fucking kill guys, man." He just like runs right into the enemies, and we got killed in 10 seconds. I'm like, I think we should take like a sneaky approach.
This is Splinter Cell, right?
It's like, nope, he kept running into it. We kept dying. Never finished the mission. Never did anything. It was the worst.
Well, there's
Mario Party make your friends cannibalistic. So either way, yeah, Mario Party. No thanks on
Mar-
Mario
so
Party.
Mario Party has made me fucking bitter as fuck because it's like, you know how we hate so much about fucking like when we play racing games and they have rubber banding.
Yes.
Why the fuck would you put that in a board game? Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
I. Yeah.
Nintendo's notorious for rubber banding, but it's just like, ugh! The guy failed all these fucking mini challenges, but now you're gonna give him 20 stars and he's gonna fucking last guy on the fucking table gets a bonus 20 stars and then fucking all these bonus stars and they fucking win. Blaster Masters.
Blaster Master Zero, huh?
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Now, whew, that that is the one game that I was talking about so much because I was just like, I loved the original Blaster Master,
Have you
and
gone back to Blaster Master
I why
in recent times?
no,
Can we talk?
I have it on my classic, so
Oh,
I
okay.
could
All
play it
right.
tomorrow at work if I
I
need
want
to.
I want to see you play it tomorrow at work, and you're gonna love it. I think strangely is mm, okay.
See, but here's the thing: Blaster Master, like when they like, I was gonna say Boy and His Blob. I love Boy and His Blob for Nintendo. They remastered it and made a whole new game for Wii, and then re-released it on other consoles. And
It was okay. It wasn't that bad.
yeah, but it wasn't. Yeah. But so, how is Blaster Master Zero the second best game for the system? I want to know. Tell me.
Well, it's one two switch is the first one, and the second one is
Oh, when you switch is where it knocked out of the park.
right, and then third is Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild is third.
Yeah.
Snipper Clips falling close behind fourth. Yeah, but
Yeah.
when is it supposed to come out? Because I didn't think it was out till it's out now.
Boom. Start your downloads.
Fuck, I'm gonna go buy a Switch.
I'm a computer. Stop all the
You
downloads.
beat it. You beat Blaster Master Zero. Okay, then I don't want it. Because the best
It's out. I'm done.
the best part about Blaster Master was that it was unbeatable.
It apparently is totally beatable.
You beat it already, so it makes it sound like I don't want any part of it. Second
Future's
best
like
game.
it's done.
Future's like I fucking fucked this shit up. Ah,
Pretty easy
you're
bosses.
not selling me on this.
I'm on the fence on easy bosses. Sometimes you don't want to be like tearing your hair out, but other times if it's just too easy, then it's like, okay, I got problems.
Well, says the guy who couldn't beat the last boss in
Hey, you
fucking.
go fuck yourself. I beat that guy.
You know what I was going. You know where I was going.
You fucking know. You goddamn right. I know what you were talking about.
I'm still mad about that one time I got a trials fucking achievement for you, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" And then I had like
That was the
such a
best day ever.
bitch fucking time getting it myself.
I'm still pissed that you've got the Flappy Bird achievement in Goat Simulator. I can't. I can't get that one. I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, but yeah,
But
Blaster
Breath of the
Master.
Wild,
I'll
I'm
buy for
buying
Wii.
on my Wii U. I'm not buying it for a Switch. I'm not buying a Switch for Zelda. Bomberman is not a good game. Fuck off with that. uh, but Fast RMX is a remix of like Fast that was already on the Wii U. So like, I,
Yeah,
Zelda's a great
a
game,
Mario
but
Kart.
I still think the launch for the Switch was weak.
But Mario Kart for the Switch is bringing back the balloon fight.
I'm out. I'm
Fuck,
out.
buying it. Buy tomorrow.
No, thank you. I don't want. I don't want.
You know what I want with my Switch is the fucking more black and white games. No more Heroes 3. Woo! Launches have
I'm
been
not sure I'm buying that. Launches haven't been really good since the 64.
for
Uh,
Nintendo specifically though.
for Nintendo specifically, okay. Uh, um,
Well, PlayStation 4 had a bunch of the big fucking titles, right?
sure
Like
they
it
did.
had
The 360 had Call of Duty 2 for Christ's sake. Come on. Let's think back a tiny bit. They had Project Gotham, they had Call of Duty 2, they had Condemned. Project Gotham, what oh for fuck's sake, son. It's a contemporary racer.
contemporary racer.
They had Cameo. I mean, come on. I'm sorry. The 360 had a fucking amazing launch.
But what came out with PlayStation 4? What's that game we played through the on PlayStation 3?
Well,
The
Knack had it. Killzone.
Killzone.
Killzone, I don't think was a great game, but it's a big game. Shadowfall wasn't fantastic, but it was definitely a visual showpiece. Um, and then the third party games like Battlefield was the fucking killer game. I know the online was a bit messed up, but on Battlefield 4 was still a fucking awesome game. Never played a Battlefield. Okay, well, I mean that's going to change your opinion on the launch. I could see that. Yep.
Yeah. Killzone, Shadowfall, Contrast, Battlefield 4, Madden 25, Call of Duty Ghosts.
That's true.
Yeah, this is
No, Ghost was a weak game. That was not a good game.
and Skylanders Swap Force.
Oh shit, Swap Force. I never got into Skylanders, and my kids never got into Skylanders.
I wish my kid never got into Skylanders. $400 later.
I wanted my
Fucking
kid to get into Disney Infinity. I picked the wrong game because it died like so quickly.
we'll say though that the whole thing with the Switch, yeah, I think it's less of the successor to the Wii U more than I see it as a successor to the 3DS.
I would
Uh,
agree.
yeah,
I I, w- I wish the Switch was the Wii U. Like how strong would the Switch be right now if it had come out when they released the Wii U? And the fact that it's not named something stupid like the Wii U. The fuck were they thinking with that name? That was so bad. Um, but then they've had a bunch of bad names, like the new 3DS. What? What does that even mean? Um, but I think if they're gonna, you know, this is just anecdotal, but a lot of people I'm hearing are playing like Zelda in handheld mode all the time. Like they're not dumping it and playing it on the like the TV. It's just like it's a great the handheld device, and it looks super slick. Like I love the way it looks. Um, I always loved the way like the Vita looked. I thought the Vita looked really slick.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the like the Wii U tablet thing, just looks like a Fisher Price piece of ugh, it just like oh man. Um, but the Switch looks hot. It looks slick. They fucking made it look really good. Uh, but sadly, there's not enough reasons for me to buy one yet. Um, at some point I will, but right now, as good as Zelda is, I'll play it on the Wii U. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, we've talked about it a lot. I just there's games sell consoles, and I could care less that the Switch has portability because uh,
You drive into work, so it's not you're gonna play.
no,
You're not gonna play Switch on the drive-in. Like that's just not gonna
I don't take
happen.
so much. I don't drive so much anymore now that I'm downtown. Like when I was uptown, yeah, I drove to work, so portability didn't mean anything to me. Now that I'm downtown, I take public transit, but it's at the same time like even though my trip to work is 45 minutes, it's a 10-minute
Yeah,
walk to the train. I'm on the train 25 30 minutes, and then it's another 10-minute walk to work. So I'm not 25 minutes is not enough time to play anything. Do you know what I mean? Like I easily load up my phone and I play half a dozen 3-minute matches of Clash Royale, and then I'm at work. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, why the fuck would I play? Uh, why would I buy a console that has portability, that has these big long games in it, when I don't have more than 30? Like Zelda is not a game you can just play 30 minutes of and then put it away, right? So
yeah.
what am I playing? You're giving me these big epic adventures that I can't play. Maybe I can play snipper clips, but that's I own a PlayStation 4, Switch, and a gaming PC for modern gaming stuff. I have to ask. I only own 5 games for PlayStation 4. Gotta get recommendations. What are exclusives for it? Horizon Zero Dawn was
Horizon Zero
fantastic.
Dawn was really, really good, and that was exclusive. Um, I've been hearing a lot of good things about Nier Automata and Neo as well. So
Neo, I really want to play Neo. I
yeah,
don't know what it is. I watched a bunch of Neo when it was released, and I was just like, but yeah, but even like that, yeah, uh,
yes. So Neo does look a lot like Dark Souls. So if you don't like Dark Souls games, then that might not be that might not be the game for you.
but it seems that the word exclusive gets thrown off a lot, and then we usually find out, this is exclusive, and then we find out it's time-based exclusive.
Yeah.
So and I sort of this is what this generation of console does, is that the whole idea behind like the Xbox One and the PlayStation and all that was that they were going to be on a developing level that was easy to develop and easy for it to put it on PC. So we're finding more and more stuff is going to end up on PC, and like the same
Well,
thing,
yeah.
and the same thing with, I mean, Microsoft has the advantage is that, hey man, buy these games, play them on PC and Xbox, and it's like we want you playing
That's
on a Microsoft platform. Do you
yeah.
know what I mean? So
It's it's why I bought Resident Evil digitally because I wanted to have two copies of it, and I got it on PC and console.
so as long as I keep using that, it's going to be that the console market is going to provide less and less customer solutions. I'm not sure what you mean by that, because I think there's a place for consoles and a place for PCs. Like I do think that a pure console gamer is not the same kind of game. Like I hate to say that there are different gamers, because most people are gamers and will want to play games. Period. Like everyone would. I think everyone wants a Switch, a PlayStation, an Xbox. Like we want to play those games regardless of what platform it is. It just
Yeah.
sucks that they're on different platforms. But
Also, for the longest time, I didn't have a good video card, so playing like I could play the game on PC, but it wouldn't look as good as playing it on the console. It's different now. I only have a 1060. It's nothing like super amazing. But you know, if I don't want to fiddle with things and I don't want to spend like another, I'm gonna have to upgrade my CPU and RAM soon. That's gonna be a big purchase.
yeah,
It's like I could just buy that same game on the console and not have to worry about that. Like that's great.
well, yeah. And what Futures is saying is kind of how I moved to console was that, and kind of what you're talking about now is that, uh, I was looking at paying, another $1,000, $1,200 where I could buy a 360 and get these games that I couldn't get on PC for $300. I think $400 investment got me on console, and it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
this is half the price, and I'm getting the games that I want at a performance that I want. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, you're right. I did sell me on a console, but then they still have um, they still have they're still in some ways two different experiences. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like booting up my console, seeing my friends online and playing with them, and just being integrated with them. Where it's like, it seems like every time we try to play a PC game, it's it's easier than it used to be, but it's still not the same. You know what I
It's a
mean?
bit. I still find it a bit more convoluted. And I know that's just me being a silly, but there's something about just flipping on like the PS4 or the Xbox, loading up the game and chatting with your friends, and you're done with it. I don't have to load up Mumbler or I don't have to fucking set up a server so that we can, chat and stuff. It's like no, we it just it like I hate saying this because it's so Apple, but like it's nice that it just works.
Yes.
Like, you go in and it's like, okay, we set up a party chat, we're chatting, and now we're playing whatever. Like, um, there's something about that. I mean, it was one of the things that really um, kind of connected me with my friends on the 360 was that we would all go into a party chat and we wouldn't be playing the same game. When we were hopping online and just chatting with each other, and we were all kind of playing different games. Like sometimes we would, like maybe two of us would be playing a co-op game, or maybe four of us would go off and play Halo together. But it always seemed like we were always connected. Whereas on PC, it just didn't feel the same way. Like yes, I can send messages with Steam fairly easily, and that's super cool. But there's just something about kind of like just I'm playing Forza, and the guys are shooting people in Halo, and we're all just talking together. Like there's something there, that I just never got on another platform.
I kind of like what you're saying. I think with the seventh generation of consoles came around, it kind of changed the facet of what a console was, what it was made to do, what solutions meant to provide, yeah, especially with what the Wii did. Well, I mean, I kind of think that the Wii blew up in that they made couch gaming good again. Do you know what I mean? Or
I
they
thought the Ouya did that, or the Ouya did that.
ooh yeah,
Wasn't that their big thing? Bring couch gaming back.
on an
I hate
Android
the Ouya.
platform that's really slow.
Yeah.
Speaking of couch gaming, the Switch, I gotta use it. So
In the wild.
you flipped out the kickstand and you played some basketball on the basketball court.
Wow. Exactly like the commercial. Man, that's okay.
What did you guys play?
were you on a rooftop patio or
Yeah, I did throw up the rooftop patio.
how close were you guys sitting to the screen? Because the screen isn't huge.
You were a few feet away.
Okay. And you felt like it worked? Like it was still doable? Huh.
How awesome would it be to bring a Switch somewhere and like play Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time?
Fuck, that'd be really awesome. Uh, but not not with a single Joy-Con, that's for sure. I don't I think it looks like my hands would get cramped up using that thing.
They would.
They would. Wow, you must be super rich because all that shit here costs so much money. Like Joy-Cons are like $80. They're ridiculously expensive. Which I gotta admit is another gripe I have with the system. Um, like having two kids and they each have to have a controller. Like getting a controller for $100 Canadian is not uh that's just not a that's just not something I'm willing to do. Uh, like that's just too expensive. Yes, I've bought an Elite controller, but the kids don't play with the Elite controller. uh, and so like yeah, it's way too expensive. Considering like they don't look like they're that great. Like they don't look like the quality isn't there. Uh, hey man, the Elite controller is worth every penny. I think it's a fantastic. It's probably the best controller out there, uh, hands down. Um, don't come at me with these fucking rectangular controllers with when you're holding it horizontally, the analog stick is in the middle of the fucking thing, and tell me, no, no, dog, these are way better. Like, I don't think so. I can't. I can't. I simply cannot. Um, but it. Yeah, the cost of the peripherals are just they're totally gouging the consumer. Um, uh, like the fact that two of those things cost $90 and getting a pro controller is another $80 and getting a charging controller thing is like $40 and it's like come on guys, like it's a cool device but you're killing it with these things. Like I really appreciate that they gave us the micro SD as a memory solution. I love that they didn't go with like the Vita solution, but man, these things are so expensive.
I saw the one review about the Joy-Con where they were like, "Oh, you know what? I really like the fact that I can just sit back and play like this. You know what I mean? With a Joy-Con in each hand or whatever."
It's
And then he's like, a week later, I went back to it, and the review was like, "Yeah, but man, I'm so used to playing like this. Playing like this is just kind of like I can't do it. Like,
it's too weird.
yeah, it's too
We
weird.
all
It
did
can,
that with the Wii. You could totally sit like that with the Wii and do it, but it felt wrong.
yeah, you can't focus your your fingers are your hands are used to doing this. You know what
I
I
need
mean?
them together.
But $100 nice.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, and what are the other things where it's like they keep talking about um the comparative joystick I thought I saw an Xbox One controller compared to a Nintendo controller, these Joy Cons, and it looks like the Nintendo controllers are already falling apart. Like the buttons are already fading, and
Oh, I haven't seen that, but
I I I felt like I don't know. Don't quote me on it. I'm not going to say anything.
do they feel flimsy? Future?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I would imagine, Nintendo being Nintendo, I mean, these guys made the 3DS and other portable consoles. Like, I can't imagine they would make something that would fall apart easily. Right? Please?
Bueller.
Somebody? Bueller?
I remember being
I don't
salty as
see
a
it.
kid and just fucking whipping those NES controllers.
Yeah. There's always some guys where they're just like, look at this PS4 controller, man, it's broken already. And like, how are you using your controller? Like, holy shit.
A few isolated incidents.
Yeah. Deliberately breaking them for the sake of causing controversy.
CNET,
Yeah, yeah.
CNET.jpg.
Nailed it.
That's the greatest.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Oh,
Yeah, like yeah, I saw that video was whew. It's one thing to say the kickstand's terrible. It's another thing to make one of those like silly commercials or those infomercials. Like it looked really bad. Yeah, CNET dropped the ball on that video. Did you see that video, Goldar?
no, I didn't.
Oh, it's like this terrible like almost like an infomercial. It's got like a really terrible soundtrack, and it's this guy kind of fumbling around with the kickstand. He's like sets it up and then taps it on the side, and then it falls over, and he's picking it up, and he's just like it's so stupid. Like, what are you doing? And it's just like over the top, kind of like look it's falling over. Look. It's just dumb. It's
Yeah,
like those commercials where you see somebody like, they can't pick up something or they're in the, where they're like setting up these like ridiculous situations where you're spilling your popcorn everywhere. You're like, yeah, yes, that's, yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely that's what it is. It's like guys, just show that it's you. All they had to do was open the kickstand, turn it around, and be like, look at this is the kickstand. Like, yeah, that is kind of corrupt. It is kind of crummy. That's all they had to do.
oh yeah, but so CNET is owned by CBS.
Uh-oh. I've only got a Cubbies hat. I don't have a tinfoil hat on. Is this going? But we got a
No, it's just
controversy.
they're not they're not a legit source of media. You know what I
Oh
mean?
boy.
Like I don't know. Canadians hate Nintendo game. No.
But
I,
we
I I
love
think Zorbsy said
Nintendo.
it right. We want to love Nintendo. We we have such fond memories of Nintendo that we want to love it. But it just seems like they're just not
It's a
trying.
good Canadian kid, no visor.
Perfect.
Yeah, yeah. I want to get it. I want to get one. I can't. I can't get one now.
See,
I
but
just.
what you're saying, future, is how I felt about the Wii U. I think the Wii U is a great console. I okay. So what it doesn't do 1080p. Uh, I'm okay with that. I think they made a good console. They made it, but they didn't support it. And and for me, for them to watch them release the Switch is they're not they're releasing the same thing that they did. Yeah, but it doesn't have the hardware that's capable of playing 1080p. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not there. Anything that plays at 1080p suffers.
Yes, yeah.
And well, I don't give a shit about graphics in many ways. I can, like, when we talk about watching these games and being like, okay, well, this one only plays at 900p and this one, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't matter much.
Like I like
But when you're playing, like when you see it, you know it. Like, you know,
yeah.
uh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It only matters because somebody can say that, oh, my thing does this better. Um, yeah,
We'll argue that
yeah,
how beautiful the Breath of the Wild is.
I don't think Breath of the Wild looks beautiful, but okay. Uh, I think it looks good, but I don't think that it looks amazing. And it might look better in movement, but in screenshots, it looks terrible. Like it just I don't know. It looks like there's no anti-aliasing on it at all. I don't want to be like a graphics whore because I'm not, but it just doesn't look good. Uh, yeah, I, I I don't know, but like a lot of the pics that are people posting on Twitter, like, oh my God, look at this Vista, it's amazing. And you're looking at the screenshot, you're like, this looks like shit, man. Like, fuck. I don't know what you're talking about. This doesn't look good. And I don't know that it's the color range. I think it's like the aliasing that's happening. Like it's jagged edges all over the place. Um, and 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 it's a thing that's suffered a lot on the Wii U as well. Like there's a lot of games that are 1080p on the Wii U, but it doesn't have a proper aliasing solution, the games suffer. They look bad.
Yeah, but like we said, I think we're all in agreement that that doesn't necessarily make a bad game. Like
No, no, it doesn't. Like
it
a game will make a bad game. Like
yeah, and
it's
this
like, yeah,
and the
you
same thing
can't.
with the Wii U is they like, so what? I didn't give a shit that it didn't perform, like it didn't have. I didn't care that the Wii U didn't have what the next gen like I didn't care that the PlayStation 4 was the fastest. I didn't care that the Xbox 360 or Xbox One had better performance than the Wii U. I didn't care about that shit. I just wanted my Mario games. I wanted my shit to play, and they took 6 to 8 months to release a game. Like they were just games weren't coming out for it, and you're showing me the same shit with Nintendo Switch. Like you're showing me a bunch of launch titles that are slowly going to drip out the first year, and then what's going to happen? The same thing that happened
What
with the Wii
happens
U
then? Yeah, like
is like no third party support. No, like you're showing me the same structure you had with the Wii U. They're just gonna it's just gonna trickle out, and it's just like, you know what? I want games, and for me to buy your console, I have to have games.
yeah. That's
And
why next year is when I'll get one because we'll see what they've released this year and like what I actually want to play. I have not heard of Legend of the Heroes Trials in the Sky.
nice part about the Switch, it's portable.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So development time was harder. So, but I mean that. So that's a good thing then. So we're saying that the Switch was a forced integration with the gamepad hurt it.
Yeah, Sega Saturn was a pretty big, pretty hard to make games for.
Well, that's speculation. Like we're gonna see a lot more for it. Do we know that? Like it, all you're
No,
showing
we're
me.
hoping we'd see a lot more for it, but like a third party, if it doesn't, like if your baseline is the Xbox One, because that's the weakest of the the two big ones, like and you're making a multi-plat game, and the Switch can't do what the Xbox One can do, like you're not going to get that game as a multi-plat, and if you are, it's going to look terrible. It's going to run terrible, uh, and that's what's going to fill out your library is like these, like the Call of Duties, the Shadow of Mordor games, those are the games that are going to fill out your library. So it doesn't look like, hey guys, we're going to release 6 games this year. It's like, great. I'm glad I bought this console for 6 fucking games. Like, I don't know. I think even if it's easier to program for, if the hardware can't run what the other guys can run, like, are developers going to say, okay, we'll spend the time to optimize it even more so that it runs on this weaker system? And I guess it all depends on, if the market is big enough and they can say, well, look, there's 8 million switches out there, like we should spend the time to optimize. But if it doesn't grow that big, or it's like, people are not going to waste their time on that. Like, indies are great, but indies don't make consoles.
Hey man, if the like I'm in the mentality of it's like prove me wrong. You know, I I don't want the Switch to be a failure. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'll say it again. We want Nintendo to succeed, but I'm not gonna run out and buy a Switch based off of the uh
We bought a
based off
Wii
the
U on the
premise.
on based off of hope that they would release a Zelda game on it. Like, how did that turn out? Come
Well,
on.
exactly. You burnt me. You've burnt me. So now I have to be spectacle. Spectacle. Herp a derp.
You are a spectacle.
I am a spectacle.
Mwah.
So, yeah, I'm not going to rush out. And in many ways, I'm happy that people are rushing out and buying a Switch because then that'll give them more momentum to want to develop games for it. But they're not going to get my like. This brings up the whole pre-ordering games. You're not getting my money until you deliver it. Like the whole give me my money before I'm done developing this shit is gross. Eh, money is going to waste. I
Yeah.
think I think I think people need to be taking risks and building those things, to, hoping that their game. Because if you're giving me money, then there's less of a motivation for me to develop this, or like you'll be like, oh, I want to develop. No, we're out of time. We only have $50 million. Blah blah blah. Push it out. Do you know what I mean? Like there's less of a hey fuck. We should really add that mechanic to this game because we want this game to succeed. You know what I mean? I
Also,
feel like we're not giving them
there's
by
no need to pre-order a game. It's not like the old days where it was like, oh, impossible to find a. It's like, you didn't pre-order. We didn't order it. If you didn't pre-order, it's like there's a million copies of every fucking game. There's no such thing as just uh, rarity.
did the 3DS survive on Western third parties?
No, but oh, but did so. But did the Vita survive on third parties? Did the Vita survive?
Did it die or did they sweep it under
I
the rug?
mean, uh, I don't know, man. I I mean the Vita did sell, but uh I don't know. I feel like it was a bit of a letdown, I guess. I don't want to say that it died, but like, man, my Vita has collected so much dust.
Did I tell you I had a
Um,
code for Severed and I've just kind of been sitting on it, waiting to.
I I I love the Vita. The Vita was the perfect cure for the PSP. That second analog stick, it had a great form factor. The screen was beautiful. I hated the memory system for it. It was the worst.
See, but
Um, but
future.
the games were great.
I
And
don't.
then it just kind of, I felt like it just dried up and I didn't use it at all.
So, but here's the thing, future.
He's
It,
64 megabytes are expensive. You gotta have two. Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah, I guess not everybody's rich because those are like $130. Like, I'm not
but
buying
that's
two
what
of them.
this is kind of what I'm saying. Is it like does that stuff kill off? Like if money is no, well, I mean money's an issue for everybody, but uh, yeah,
It
that
absolutely
is.
killed the Vita. Nobody's gonna spend that kind of money on that kind of shit. Like, that's crazy talk.
I downloaded Street Fighter for the Vita, and it took up my whole memory card, and it's just like, oh fuck this.
Yeah. So like, I mean, and then, but I mean, that's the thing. Like, yeah, the Vita is great for some people, but then for other people, it's just like, the memory issue thing really killed my enthusiasm for buying another game for it because it's like, okay, great, this is going to take up how much space? Like, forget it. This is not even like I'm not gonna. It got to the point where it was like, if a game was $30, it would actually end up costing me, you know, $60 or $70 because I had to buy a new memory card to get the fucking game onto the like to actually use the game. Um, and it's just, yeah, I don't know. The memory thing on the Vita just killed it for me. Like oh man, so bitter about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and um, I also think that the cost of the Vita games being a little bit more expensive kind of ruined it for me too, because I think that they wanted to make full console games on it, but they but they ended up being, you know, kind of shallow versions of the full console games. And like, it always felt like you weren't getting your money's worth. Uh,
That for a portable game that just seems crazy.
yeah, I can't spend $50 on a portable game. Like, I can't.
Not saying that those
um,
games probably take like less time to develop, but it just
it was a limited edition. Okay, yeah, uh, yeah, but it's just one of those things. It's a weird thing to kind of get my head around because like I would spend that money on a PC game, I would spend that money on a console game, but like making it a handheld, and maybe it's because we all have phones and tablets that you're buying games for $1 or $2 that when somebody says, "Hey man, buy this game for $40," it's just there's that mental hurdle, I think. Uh, yeah, like I totally think the phones spoiled us, like they've ruined it
seriously,
for developers because, I mean,
especially with
look,
great games like Clash Royale. Why would I?
well, yeah, but like, you get into that mindset of like, well, I can play, I can get a couple games for, $10 can get you like four games or five games, whereas like $10 doesn't get you anything on the Vita. um, and so there's that, and I realize like I know it's a thing in my head, but Uh, but I got Hotline Miami on the PC. Come on, man. You're right. There is games you can get for 10, um, but you know what I mean. uh, so yeah, it was always a weird thing. I feel like those portables always kind of uh for me they were always bad like that. Like the PSP was the same way for me, where I was like, these games aren't that great, but you're charging me prices closer to what a console costs. Like, I can't. I don't know. Yeah, and also I find that I like playing games on my TV more than I like playing games like on the go. I think that kind of does it for me. Like I have a good feeling that like the Switch would be a TV system for me and not like the portable thing would be kind of nice when I go on a trip with the kids, but um it would probably be like a TV system, or and I would use it on handheld when the kids took over to play Minecraft on the TV. So yeah.
Well, I don't want to ruin what we have going on here, but I have to head to bed.
Yes,
So
I was
I'm
gonna say I gotta wake up and get kids ready to go to school.
future. You're always oh, don't also follow Zorbsy too. Oh, you also stream? I
Oh,
already follow you.
that's a
I,
stream. Bam. Let me get that for you, son.
they were last playing web show. Nice.
That's what I like to hear.
I watch a good 3DS. I'm okay with niche games.
I love it. I'm on it. I will check that stuff out.
I do not like JRPGs.
Wait, you make waffles?
You make waffles on stream? That's awesome.
I gotta make banana muffins with chocolate chips in them tomorrow. I might stream that. My own recipe.
What time do you have a schedule? Future weekends mostly. All right. Well, if I see you on, I'll definitely jump in there.
I'm all over it.
Derpergs. Problem is,
Uh-oh, what's the problem?
I'm
He's got to get all the good stuffs.
oh shit.
Look at this guy, man. You get it all set up. Dat Elgato.
That mic is fucking delicious. I have one of those mics on my Amazon wish list. My Amazon wish list.
Just like your mother likes it.
Just the way my mother likes it. Well, we do this every Sunday. So if you if you are around, feel free to come back and join us in this. For what we felt like we had not a lot of content, we sure got off on a good spin on this one.
We noticed you.
We noticed you, senpai. Alrighty. Well then, we're gonna wrap it up. Uh, as always, we do this. As I said a couple times, we do this on Sundays, starting at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. beam.pro/Gwildor, GWILD0R, and beam.pro/ZORBSIE for Zorbsy. And you can follow us on Twitter under the same monikers. So I will see you guys later.